Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. If you saw my post earlier on the community page, I'm pissed. I am livid right now. Terrance Bradley, who was going to be the star witness in the move to get Fani Willis dismissed from the Georgia RICO case, he had met with Judge McAfee in a camera meeting where it was just the judge and the attorney discussing, between the two of them, discussing what the attorney knew and if it was covered by attorney-client privilege. And the judge determined that he could, answer questions with regards to when Fani Willis and Nathan Wade started their relationship, as well as he knew it. As well as Terrance Bradley reported to know it. So they had another trial date today to discuss it, another court date today to discuss it. And basically, when under oath, Terrance Bradley had to say he did not know when the relationship between Fani Willis and Nathan Wade started. He had no specific date. Now, what's interesting about this is that he was not only examined by the defense attorney. So the folks who were being prosecuted for the RICO case, who brought Terrance Bradley as their star witness, are now grilling him, trying to find out what date Willis and Wade started dating. And he kept saying repeatedly that he did not know the date. And when pressed further, when one of the lawyers produced text messages between Bradley and herself, he acknowledged that in the text messages he said that that Willis began her relationship with Wade in 2019. And she asked, well, what's changed? Basically, this is what you told me before. I told you I was going to file this. And he said it looked good. And now you're recanting that. Why? And he just said, I don't have an answer. I was just speculating. You were speculating. The guy's a lawyer. Really? That doesn't sound like a very good lawyerly response. As a matter of fact, one of the attorneys, when questioning him, Mr. Bradley, speculation. This is the other defense attorney, the guy defense attorney, Steve Sadow, said, Mr. Bradley, speculation is kind of a weaselly lawyer word. Let's speak the truth here and you're under oath. Maybe you can tell the court in your own words why in the heck you would speculate in this text message and say it started when she left the DA's office and was a judge in South Fulton. His response was, I don't recall. I don't recall why I felt it started that time, but I do recall that he only met her, and I testified to that he met her at the judges conference in 2019. Sadow pushed, why would you speculate when she was asking you a direct question about when the relationship started? Bradley said, I don't have an answer for that. As Sadow shot back, except for the fact that you do, in fact, know when it started and you don't want to testify in court. That's the best explanation. No, that is one explanation. And the reason why you say it's the best explanation, because it's the best explanation to justify everything that you've done. Here's another explanation. He's pissed and he's trying to bring folks down. He doesn't actually have proof. Here, my thoughts on this. Okay, so it's one of two things. Either he knows the date and somehow Fani Willis and Nathan Wade and the deep state threatened this guy to the point of intimidation, and somehow it got to be messaged through Judge McAfee, right? Because the only thing that changed is he met with Judge McAfee. So none of that makes sense. That's really reaching for it. Here's another one. This guy is vindictive and he made stuff up. And that's not the word I wanted to use. Stuff was not the word I wanted to use there, but let's keep it PG-13 here. It's not, he made stuff up. Why? Why would he do that? Well, let's see. If you're angry and you're pissed off at some people and you want to get back at them, you can make some stuff up. Well, David, wouldn't he have to testify that in court? Yes, but he is counting on attorney-client privilege. So he doesn't have to actually say that he doesn't know. He can just imply. There's innuendo. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and he's going to create a lot of smoke. So when asked, do you know when they started dating? I can't answer that. Attorney-client privilege. I'd love to answer that. Wink, wink. But I can't. Attorney-client privilege. You can see how that would feed the fire of speculation, innuendo. It's like, oh, he knows, but he can't testify. Oh, it's got to be so good. Oh, they're lying. That's the energy and the vibe that goes through. Now, maybe really the defense lawyers here thought they had something and this guy lied to them. And that's entirely possible. And the way that the lawyers are acting, it looks like they believe that's what happened. So really what's happening is this guy right here, Mr. Bradley, either he's a really angry, vindictive person who's willing to blend the edges of lying and then masking it with attorney-client privilege so he doesn't actually have to lie under oath. Or, he was brought out and encouraged to do something like this. So he either did it on his own volition or he was encouraged to do it. I don't think Mr. Sadow's explanation of, he absolutely knows, but he refused to testify. Well, yeah, that's a possibility, but what other evidence do you have? He could certainly say, yeah, it was January of 2019. He can absolutely say that. Okay, then the question is going to be, prove it. What evidence do you have of that? A conversation I heard. That's not going to stand up. Okay, the other thing, sorry, I'm ranting here. The other thing was there was some cell tower data that some non-expert expert is going to bring up. And I listened to Midas Touch today to get the background on that. So basically, you can't bring, the only people that can testify in a trial are witnesses and experts. And the judge basically said, if you're going to bring an expert in, he's got to be qualified. You got to let the other side know. They got to see the data a week before you bring him in, da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, they just dropped this guy in at the 11th hour and didn't follow any of the rules. So his data should not be allowed, but the judge is going to allow it anyways. From the way I understand it, he's looking at cell tower pings and trying to triangulate when Fani Willis was on the phone and when Nathan Way was on the phone, and are they pinging from the same tower? Now, there's a bunch of problems with this. One, just because you ping off the same tower doesn't mean you're in the same room together or nearby or at each other's houses or something along those lines. And plus, why would you call? Second, it covers lots of square miles where apparently the airport is there, lots of restaurants and nightlife and dining, stuff like that, as well as Fani Willis's apartment. So even if you could show that they were in the same cell tower, that doesn't mean that they were meeting up. It doesn't give you the contents of the call. It's not very strong evidence, evidentiary-wise speaking. It's really not strong. There's a lot of implication in it, but actually proving anything, there's really nothing there. So it's all smoke and mirrors. That's why I'm mad. It just feels like this is all smoke and mirrors, and it's been done to smear the judicial system and to get half the population in the United States not believing the trial before it's even started. Trump is freaking amazing at this. All right. Let's see what the damage is 10 minutes into this video. Come on down. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not entertained. Off with their heads and all that. Terrance Bradley's testimony today. How is that going to impact this trial? Now, when I got this card came up yesterday, we had the Six of Swords over here and then the Tower down here. And I thought the Six of Swords was going to be Fani Willis leaving and her being taken off the case. No, I think the Six of Swords here is basically Fani Willis. Things are calming down for Fani Willis because this guy has to testify, and his testimony brought the defense challenge down like a house of cards in a windstorm. Burden. The burden of proof was on this guy, and he failed miserably. Now, is he being intimidated? I that seems unlikely. Are there other reasons for it that he's not talking about? Oh, very likely. But this makes the case more difficult because, again, it challenges the integrity of the DA and of the court and of the judge and all that. Yeah, when the judge talked with him and evaluated the evidence, he found that there was no attorney-client privilege available, and to go ahead and testify because this is the defense star witness. He's a falling star witness now at this point, right? Oh, it was also noted in the article that the judge was also noting every time Mr. Bradley said he couldn't recall something. I don't know what the judge is going to do with that, but just park that one in there. The judge is paying attention to when people don't remember things. The cat's going to come visit here. In the past, Knight of Cups. This one came up yesterday too. This is, to me, this is Mr. Bradley going to the defense attorneys and saying, hey, I got the skinny on this relationship. And the defense attorney, oh yeah, right on, we got it. We got the information we need. But they didn't, it's like they didn't vet him. He told them everything they wanted to hear. So they believed him. He's going to be their star witness. Now, things changed on a dime. Literally they had the case the next day. It was broadcast like via Zoom, and it got out to the media space really quickly. Things changed, or I should say, everything's changed. Everything's still the same. This is going to totally undermine this case with Fani Willis to try and get her removed. That's complete. That's gone. That's off the table. It's not going to happen. Somebody was trying to pull a fast one. Why did he try and pull a fast one? I don't know. This could be anger and venge. That's the revengeful type mindset. That's what I've gotten in the past with this guy in my first reads with him. Maybe somebody offered him something of value in return for his testimony, but it doesn't appear it was the two lawyers who brought him up. It was an outside party. If he was doing this for self-gain, an outside party, well, hello. An outside party came in with that offer. Yes, Nico, I'm trying to do something here. He's been asleep all afternoon, and apparently he's feeling a little bit on the needy side. You going to talk to people over here? Yes, there you go. What do you have to say for yourself? Meow meow. No, you're not laying down on my cards, you goofball. This is already a long enough reading. Can we reason this out? You're not going to reason this out with me. I've got a reading with Marina later tonight, right? Buddy, how am I going to get you off here? I'm a dog person. No, I don't want to do this. Come on down. All right, there you go. You got all the cat folks. You got your cat fix. You goofy boy. All right. Yeah, somebody's trying to pull a fast one here. His motivation, it's either money, revenge, something along those lines. The lesson to be learned, again, it's you gotta vet these things. You can't just throw them out there and trust. Trust but verify. Come on. In the industry I work in, that's a mantra. We get audited by the FDA. And the FDA's whole thing is trust but verify. It's us too. They believed his story because it's what they wanted to believe. It fed their narrative. They didn't do their homework, and now they're there with egg on their faces. Sorry, I should bring this down. And this card came up too. Outcome is Knight of Pentacles. He had nothing to offer, nothing of value to offer. The case gets to move forward. Your star witness is a falling star. Okay, so juicy gossip time. Why did he do this? Let's ask. Maybe Nico will come jump up again. You're lounging. He's lounging now. Flopped over on his side. Michelle would describe it as flopped over in a fit of drama. But he's just chilling. All right. Why? Spirit, can you tell us why Mr. Wade did this? Is this revenge? Is this for money? It doesn't appear to be like he's a Donald Trump supporter. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the feel of he's a Trumper and he's got to save Donald Trump. This has a much more personal feel to it. Like, you know, he already didn't like Fani. It's like he didn't like Fani Willis, and this was a way to take a shot back at her, knock her down a peg, maybe even make some money while knocking her down a peg. But let's see. What do we got? Why did he do this? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe somebody approached him with money. Is that what this card's come up twice? It came up in this reading. It came up yesterday. Knight of Pentacles. Is this him coming forward with information? Or did somebody come forward with an offer to him? Crossed with the Emperor. Okay, if this isn't like a very wealthy person offering him money, I think this is him offering something of little value or fake value, you know, fake gold type of thing, to take down the Emperor. And I think the Emperor is Fani Willis. I'm going to move away, well, until we see a bunch of coins over here or something like that. I think that he does. I'm going to stick with, I don't think he likes Fani Willis, and he wanted to take her down a peg. Rumor and innuendo. He wanted to send her packing. He wanted her kicked off this case because I think he just wanted to take the Emperor down a peg. Why? Okay. Something in the past with their relationship, there's some jealousy, there's some humiliation that involves her. And I think somewhere he got humiliated or embarrassed. Something happened emotionally with him, and he blames her for it. And this is like payback. This was his way to try and pay her back. Then you got the spy in the camp. So now he's going to come through. He's going to bear false witness because of information and his proximity to Mr. Wade. And this could be like, my buddy was Wade, and now he doesn't hang around me ever since he met this chick, Fani Willis. She stole my best friend. I'm going to get my best friend back, or I'm going to steal her best friend from her and screw her. So he comes up with this betrayal, basically. Come up with a false story. Bear false witness. God, these cards look familiar, don't they? That thinking that, okay, if I just say enough, they are going to reevaluate her. They're going to look at me as credible, and knock her down a peg. And that's going to be like, okay, have I borne enough false witness? Have I gotten my pound of flesh from her? This is all emotional. Jealousy. This guy's, he's just toxic. Yes. Nico, what do you think? You think he's toxic? Yes, look at the camera. I'm filming here. Hang on for a second. Okay, we've distracted the cat. He's out of the room. Maybe I can get through this reading. Now, this is that, toxic behavior. It's just that all petty crap. Yeah, this was just a mean-spirited attack to get back at her for something that he felt that she did to him in the past. Maybe he has just anger towards women after the sexual harassment thing. Maybe he feels like she did something or humiliated him with that, but why did he do it? So, and again, I think maybe he wanted to take her down a peg, and he might have a hatred against women at this point. You got also the female thing. This could be the female worker that he harassed that cost him his job, and now he blames women for all his problems. He lost his buddy Nathan Wade. He lost his job because of women. Fani Willis has moved in there. So he's going to take matters into his own hand and exact his revenge. Ah, good Lord. That's kind of what I'm getting on that. Again, we may never know his exact motivations. We may never know it until he writes a tell-all book, and none of us will read it. All right. Now that we have... He's back. No, I'm busy. Leave me alone. Yes, go play on... Let me go move you on my chair. Oh, I'm bored. How is Fani Willis staying on this case? It sure looks like it, but let's just throw on that just to confirm it. And we'll end it here. He's got emotion. He has got a wild-haired notion of jumping up here. Come here. Come on my chair. You can come on my chair. Over here and just chillax. All right. No, that didn't work. He likes sitting on my computer chair. All right. Will Fani Willis stay on this case? Let's find out. Little Four Carter. Come on. No. He's going to do it again. Okay. Little Four Carter again. What do we got? God. She's actually been victimized in all this. You know, this you know what this is? This is her message, and this came up the other day too. This is her message of, this trial is not about me. I'm not the, you know, she is the victim here, but I'm not the person who's on trial. Stop looking at me. You know, I'm the one being held hostage by this guy's lies. Truth is out there. Wonder who might be behind it, but let's just say, you know, Donald Trump is the one we should be focusing on, not her. And it's about the RICO case and the collusion. Is she staying on the trial? Yeah, it looks like it. If she were being removed, we'll find out quickly enough. I think in the end, she's not going to play the victim card. She's going to want to move on from this. You know, she's a strong woman. I'm nobody's victim. I'm not going to be anybody's victim. Donald Trump would be, you know, on the fainting couch, clutching his pearls about the bad treatment here. No, she's staying on it. She wants to see this case all the way through, and she's going to see this case all the way through. When you can't point out to the judge when the relationship ended, and that was their star witness. The cell phone tower stuff, that's not going to say anything. It'll say that, okay, you had phone calls ping off the same cell tower. Okay? Could you be anywhere within like a 10 square mile area and hit that one cell tower? The answer is yes. So really what you're saying is you can't prove that they were together or visiting. They're just in a 10 square mile area. Correct? Correct. Done. Thank you. Is there an airport in there? So if somebody was calling from the airport to a restaurant, that would ping off the same cell tower, right? If they're in that network? Yes. Okay. Reasonable doubt, anyone? No proof. Just smoke, mirrors, and innuendo. Okay. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your shares and your likes and everything that you do to help support this channel and get it out to a wider audience. It's unlikely that this video will go viral like the other one, but man, some Trump supporters really need to see this. Anyways, thank you again for helping out. Anybody who just recently discovered this channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.